The mad genius archived follow, and New York night. Buildings washed in lights. One name appears: Nikola Tesla. A rumor has traveled through the decades. If you can understand 3, 6, and 9, you will touch the deepest rule of the universe. See the same time. The story of the death ray and the speculation around HAARP ignite our collective imagination. Today, we open the case file and ask, which parts are facts and which parts are only anecdotes? 1. Nikola Tesla in a brief portrait. Nikola Tesla was an inventor and an electrical engineer who shaped the age of alternating current. He is praised for thinking beyond his time: wireless power transmission, the induction motor, resonant circuits. Alongside these verified contributions, his life is wrapped inside stories of fixation on numbers, ideas for energy weapons, projects left unfinished that very missed. Keeps the name Tesla endlessly compelling. To the 369 code, a concept, not a law. Fans of Tesla often point to 3 numbers: 3, 6, and 9. A common interpretation says 3 and 6 belong to a rhythm, while 9 stands like a closed-door dot in number tricks. When you reduce a sum to a single digit, 9 often circles back to itself. Storytellers link these repeating patterns to natural structures. Oscillations. Resonance, however, this is an inspiring frame for thinking, not a statement of physics. The core idea worth keeping is this: numbers can be a language to notice rhythms, but they do not replace measurement and experiment. 3. Anecdotes about habits divisible by 3. Many recollections say Tesla liked everything in multiples of 3 steps. Table settings. Even the number of times he wiped a doorknob. These details sketch a personality drawn to structure and symmetry. It is a character piece, not proof of a universal code. It shows that Tesla sought order in chaos the same way he designed resonant circuits, where every component must align in phase and in frequency. 4. The death ray. An idea, scattered documents, and gaps in experiments. Death ray is a sensational label for a directed energy weapon concept that Tesla described as a shield to prevent wars. Some articles, letters, and presentations mention a beam of particles or energy capable of disabling targets at long distances. Even so, the public does not have a complete design with independent, documented tests. That gap leads to 2 readings. Either the technology never took shape, or it was amplified by the media of its time. A fair assessment is to see it as a defense proposal rich in imagination, but lacking public confirmation. 5. HAARP, an ionosphere laboratory and a fog of suspicion. HAARP in Alaska is a facility that studies how radio waves interact with the ionosphere. A large array of high-power antennas pumps energy into the upper atmosphere to observe plasma effects, radio propagation, and impacts on long-range communication. The hard-to-grasp terms, the high power, the remote location, make many people imagine weather weapons, mind control, or a modern Tesla weapon. This link rests mostly on imagination. HAARP publishes research, allows access for scientists, and states an open aim: a basic understanding of the ionosphere. Treating HAARP as a death ray leans more toward speculation than toward a technical conclusion. 6. The point of contact, resonance, frequency, and the border between science and story. These tales turn around one word, resonance, from Tesla's LC circuits, to the idea of 369 as a number rhythm, to HAARP interacting with the ionosphere using radio frequencies. That feeling of a shared beat invites people to thread 3 separate stories into a single picture. However, resonance in science demands measured parameters, response curves, repeatable verification. Resonance in culture is a symbol and a metaphor. Mixing the 2 leads to confusion. 7. A boundary map. What has grounding, and what deserves distance? What has grounding? Nikola Tesla is a central architect of the alternating current era, with documented inventions, HAARP is an ionosphere research project with scholarly publications. What deserves distance? The 369 code is a thinking frame and a number game, not a master key for every phenomenon. The death ray lacks strong public experimental data to confirm practical viability. 8. Lessons to keep. First, do not confuse inspiration with evidence. Second, respect the power of ideas, but ask for verification. Third, build connections from facts, not only from intuition. Fourth, the bigger the technology, the greater the need for transparency. Where transparency is thin, rumor blooms. 9. Conclusion. Nikola Tesla shows that imagination can open new eras, but science matures through measurement and repetition. 369 may be a reminder to look for rhythm in a complex world. The death ray recalls the hope of ending war through technological deterrence. HAARP reminds us that large-scale research carries a duty to communicate clearly. When warning bells ring, do not just ask questions. Take action. Check sources. Separate invention from anecdote. And keep a clear mind in front of every glittering code. The mad genius archive hit follow.